Thank you, Tim, and thank you to the organizer for inviting IPOPI to bring the patient perspective on newborn screening. I also would like to thank MEP Pitikanian, who has supported us so many times, and MEP Kim Poropoulos for hosting this expert event. Indeed, next slide, please. We can testimony on the importance of newborn screening, as we have an excellent case for this, a condition called severe combined immunodeficiency. When the baby is born, it looks perfectly healthy, the most beautiful baby in the world. But quickly, things go wrong and the baby is affected by severe and repeated infections that lead to hospitalization, weeks, and lifelong. And if nothing is done, life expectancy is around 1 year. 1 year, mainly at hospital. And next slide, please. And the worst is that treatment exists. This is to us the best reason ever to implement newborn screening for a condition at national level. Newborn screening means a gain of chance to access treatment. And the next slide means that screening bridges the gap between diagnosis and timely access to innovative and possibly curative treatments. And coming to the European Union, we know that it is investing heavily in this new generation medicine. So this is an opportunity. Why is newborn screening important? Because this is a process that allows an accurate diagnosis and an early treatment before the onset of severe and debilitating infections. Its prospective multi-center studies in larger SCID patient cohorts have shown that patients' outcomes are significantly improved when curative therapy is performed before age of 3.5 months, so very early in life. And now, why would we advocate at, and this is the next slide, at EU level, when this is a member state competency? The number of disorders in national newborn screening program varies greatly based on disease prevalence, as Tim has mentioned already, availability of treatment, this is really important in the country itself, evidence available and required, and of course, healthcare systems and reimbursement, etc. And we think that we should address this inequity on access at European level, as this is the best level for information and data sharing, and also for supporting the countries in their national efforts and not always reinvent the wheel. Therefore, we decided to create Screen for Rare, an alliance of patients with IPOPI, with the physicians, the European Society for Immunodeficiency, and the experts with the International Society for Neonatal Screening. And we want to move towards to more equity within Europe so that babies' lives do not depend on the country where they are born. This is translated into these 10 operating principles. Selection of conditions, and we think that more is not always better. Because the process, this is a process, not only a test. Considering also genetic disease where this is often not so considered. And genomic is a revolution. The second one is about information to parents. They should allow for informed choice, sorry. We should have clear case definition. We should also have compliance with international standards of newborn screening laboratories. Consider key performance indicator for entire newborn screening process, information available to parents by experienced physicians. This is also a question of training, confirmatory testing, of course, long-term outcome evaluation, long-term, screen negative results communication to parents, because this happens as well, and storage of blood samples. How do we work? Actually, we have several pillars, as you can see on this table. The first one is event approaches for confirmatory testing, where we want to host and coordinate events, including 2 MEP events, quarterly ERM expert platform meetings, International Neonatal Screening Day on the 28th of June, and ad hoc policymaker events. We have also communications actions, expand existing awareness material by creating the following: a Screen for Rare website, an international neonatal screening website for the day itself, awareness booklet on benefits and necessity of newborn screening. We have created an ERN expert platform, gathering several ERNs who have interest in gene therapy, of course, and curative therapy more on a general aspect. Establish an overarching vision and key deliverables within 3 streamworks. And the first streamwork addresses the development of newborn screening blueprint on differences between newborn screening programs in EU member states. Second is about development of case definitions for newborn screening and approaches for confirmatory testing. And the third is about evaluating registries and support interoperability of data registries. Then we have an MEP Alliance. The MEP Alliance that is coordinated by Screen for Rare will support international effort of newborn screening and raise awareness on relevant issues within the European Parliament through 2 events supporting of International Neonatal Screening Day and the parliamentary questions regarding legislative topics of relevance. And I want to thank you, Mrs. Pietikalian and Mr. Kirompoulos, for being both member of it. Then, and this is the last pillar, health policy platform, where we want to provide routine updates for stakeholders. Sharing information is key, and Screen for Rare will post on this platform at minimum quarterly updates to exchange knowledge and best practices on newborn screening for rare diseases. So next slide, I'd like to highlight this 28th of June, where we will have a lot of activities, and this will be the second time, and we are very happy and proud of that. As a conclusion, I'd like to say that newborn screening should be integrated within the national healthcare system. Depending on how it goes, of course, one size doesn't fit to all, and the EU should help and support any progress at national level. A key component in healthcare for rare diseases, bringing equity of care, and then EU patients need the promotion of good newborn screening practices based on the 10 operating principles. Because what we want is to improve national newborn screening programs and benefit patients all around the EU. Thank you for your attention.